Good morning.
Good morning.
I'd like to start by underlining basically everything that members from Opal had to say. There are people of color that are within the disability community, which, as you know, I speak basically to the disability community. There are others, besides people with disabilities, who have low incomes, such as people of color. However, the one thing I hope that you all will remember, and I hope Mr. McFarland will start to understand, that people that need to use Lyft paratransit service normally not only are people with limited incomes, but they have more expenses than others with limited incomes. I'm going to cover more Lyft issues today. It started with the reevaluation process, which is taking people off of Lyft, and there are a lot of people that have ended up with conditions, which is going to be the next step, which is going to affect people with disabilities losing Lyft service. You approved the huge fare increases. There's no doubt in our minds that the cut to Lyft service is going to be approved, as much as we're against it. As Adam said, and I'd like to underline what Adam had to say, people with disabilities that are Lyft eligible meet the criteria in the ADA do not have other options in most cases. Without Lyft service, they have nothing. Some people would say we're asking for more than what people that use fixed route have by continuing to have service on Sundays and nights in areas where fixed route doesn't operate. But most people, including yourselves that use TriMet, have other options. You can drive cars. You own cars. You can ride bicycles. You can walk long distances. People that qualify for paratransit service in most cases do not have those options. I was very upset that the Lyft cuts were bundled in. That should have been something separate. You should have been looking at and addressing it separate. People that are Lyft paratransit eligible, unfortunately, are in cases different. I hate using that term, different. But they have to have that type of transportation or they have nothing. Neil, you need to learn this because you keep talking about 10 people to 1. I'm one of the 10 people. I don't ride paratransit as much as I speak to it. But the people that need it, and you need to start figuring out a way to fund it, unless you just want to keep taking from people with disabilities. Please give me just a minute. Bruce, with all due respect, previous board presidents, previous general managers have spoken to their trips on buses, etc., as you did today. You are known by the operators. They're going to make the announcements when you're on the bus. Fred Hansen used to talk about it all the time, how wonderful it was and how wonderful all the announcements were when we would go out and do surveys and come back to the board and talk about 80% non-compliance while Fred's talking about 100% compliance. When you're on the bus, Bruce, when the rest of the board members are on the buses, you're going to witness something totally different than what we're witnessing. The last thing, and then I have a quick announcement. When TriMet right now is using the ADA as reasons to cut services, TriMet is saying, well, the ADA says we can do this, the ADA says we can do that. Well, how about if TriMet meets the minimum standards of the ADA on fixed route, etc., such as the announcements that truly are not being made to the percent that is necessary. To signage on the mall, to transit tracker on the mall that is not accessible to all people, and I'll get off of it. But if you're going to use the ADA's excuse to cut services, then be an agency that meets the ADA on the other end.
Thank you.
Am I